Hey, everybody. Today is January 21st, 2022. I'm Gene.
And I'm Zane.
And welcome to The Real Hanging with Uncle.
Yeah, we're starting it right this time.
Yes.
Whoops. It's Friday. Man,
Don't forget to pay yourself.
Yeah, don't forget to pay yourself. Do it, please. I did. I paid my bills.
Yes.
That's how I paid myself, honestly. I needed to get ahead of those.
Right.
I'm about to like this stuff. What do we got here, Gene?
So this is Sunday Driver, and this one is crossing the finish line at 18%. And you don't need to put a number on this one because it tastes really good. And
we've said here on Uncle before, THC really doesn't matter sometimes.
No,
this is a good...
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm feeling it already. It's buzzy.
Yeah. So I got to say something first to my son, Jared, who had me cracking up on the phone today and said, Dad, you got to say this on the show tonight. But I'm afraid that higher, wisdom has called down from the mountaintop. So, son, I won't be able to converse our conversation. So.
Okay, I got you.
It's really funny, though.
Yeah. Inside joke. Yeah. Inside joke. Okay.
All right. Well, let's get started now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get it started. January 6th committee. It's a big thing to start with, I believe.
They've had a big week.
Yes, they've obtained Trump's records finally.
From the archives, yes. The
finally.
Supreme Court ruling 8-1.
He fought and fought. He fought a valiant fight, Gene. Very valiant. You're looking at me crazy. Finally they obtained his records, thank goodness. We knew it was coming, we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Who knows when they're going to start releasing information?
Well, from what I understand, they're not going to release the information what's in there because that is private, that is confidential. I mean, there has to be some decorum.
And fair,
no matter who the president is, there has to be some decorum.
Yeah, it's fair. Okay.
Right. So I understand that. However, what is in there will be used as far as the investigation as to intent to what the parties were doing, as to what was going on, who planned it. There's so many questions that could be answered just from in these archives.
That's good then. I mean, it's information that they need. That's what the committee's there for.
That's what it's there for. That's the reason they have oversight. That is the authority of the House of Representatives.
I like to see people doing their job and getting things done that they need to, I guess. Well, hopefully they find some good information, what they're looking for at least, right? But Ivanka Trump is also in the mix as well, right?
So she has not been subpoenaed, but she has been sent a letter requesting she cooperate with the January 6th Select Committee.
Has she responded to that?
She has not responded yet that I know of.
Okay.
But in the letter that I can tell you that General Kellogg said she was in the room, when the events of January 6th were happening. And the different sayings that number 45 was saying about Mike Pence, how he's not strong enough and he's a wimp and he doesn't have the courage to do the right thing.
The gallows were for, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And she was in the room when that was being said, and she was also supposed to have been overheard telling him to basically knock it off, call it off, this has gone too far. On more than one time. So she has direct knowledge as to what was going on in the room on January 6th, and that's why they are requesting her presence.
So she was telling him to stop it, to keep it, don't let it happen anymore.
Right.
Like, say something maybe, at least. Like, oh my gosh.
Just like crazy. Junior Mint was texting Mark Meadows saying, tell Dad to stop it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's news to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. So, okay, now, no response. We don't know. We know about her responding and she's going to go into it or not. But, I mean, to keep her from being a part of it, I'm sure there's a immunity involved,
they've requested her presence. The next thing that will be coming is a subpoena.
Yeah.
Promise.
Okay.
But there have been subpoenas issued by the January 6th committee this week.
We got the gunslingers
busy, man. They have really been busy. So 4 people have been subpoenaed. Rudy Giuliani, Boris Epstein.
Okay, no relation.
No relation.
Okay.
Jenna Ellis, and Sidney Powell. All these attorneys, and Epstein's an advisor.
Okay.
He's actually has a table on Newsmax. He's on there all the time. They're a right-wing rag.
They're just talking. I'm sure.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Right. Well, what about the fruit flies? Whatever, Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, Epstein was in the Willard the night before on the 5th in what's called the War Room, along with Giuliani and Bernard Kerik and some other people, making a plan. What are we going to do to stop the election certification on January 6th? Basically, they were committing a conspiracy to overturn the United States government.
Of course. We saw it on TV.
Right. And the mastermind, so remember last week we talked about these letters, these fake electors, all with the same letterhead, the same spacing, the same font, the same style. Turns out Giuliani looks like he's the mastermind behind all of this.
So people had headers that matched to show that they were a part of a group? Is that what you're saying? Or?
So, all right, what I'm saying is...
Sorry, I'm stoned, man.
No, it's all right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It goes to show intent, again.
Gotcha, okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm typing on a form here that says state of, and then fill in the blank, and then the language is in there. I, am duly sworn as the elector of this state. And
gotcha.
Each state is the same language, the same verbiage, the same spacing in between letters, the same font used.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So it turns out that Giuliani, it looks like he's the mastermind behind this plan. And Jenna Ellis and Sidney Powell were the other two attorneys working on behalf of this to try and help get the election overturned.
Well, Giuliani was really deflective of what was going on, wasn't he?
Oh, he's very... Well, he's not getting out of this now.
Yeah.
He's not getting out.
No.
He's been subpoenaed.
Yeah.
Period. He doesn't have any privilege to claim because, again, he might have been Trump's attorney. Mm-hmm. Even if you're acting as attorney, there is no attorney-client privilege when it comes to committing a crime.
No, so he should have reported that shit. Basically, is what they're saying.
Yes.
Yeah. For my job, I'm a mandated reporter. So anything that comes up like that, I have to be. It's mandated.
Not only is he a mandated reporter, he's an attorney. He's a lawyer of the court. He's a sworn, duly appointed member of the court, sworn to uphold the law, not conspire to bring it down.
I didn't swear into nothing, but I do stand by that mandated reporter. When you hear something sketchy, it's not like report it, asking questions too, and trying to figure out what's going on, would be kind of the next step. But that's crazy. Like that,
they're doing their work.
Yes,
the circle is closing.
The committee's doing their job. Like
they've already requested Ivanka to come in. The next step is a subpoena. There's only one step from her, and that is her father.
I'm glad people are doing their jobs, man. Like, leaders are stepping up and doing what they need to do. Like, get rid of this extra fat that we have in our government.
They have even requested Mike Pence show up. He has said no.
Okay.
So it waits to be seen if he's going to be issued a subpoena or not. But he has been requested to come before the committee.
Okay, so it stands on Mike Pence, though. Good guy Mike Pence, I'm going to say. He did what he was supposed to do per his job. Not in the insurrection part, right? He signed things, everything like that. Okay, I'm running away. Like, I'm out of here. I'm not even a part of it. So, I honestly hope he doesn't really get much for this. But, again, depends on what he's done and what he's been involved in as well. Like, so I don't have the facts.
We know he's been involved. We know he's been in contact with the president. They want to know the conversations with him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Context, Yes, right. He's been in contact, but if the whole time he's saying, Mr. President, no, he can't be a part of it then, correct?
Well, it doesn't matter because, again, if there's other people in the room, think of the three blind men that are touching an elephant. And one of it is describing an elephant as being long and muscular and very flexible. And the other man says, no, it's not. An elephant is like a wall. It's big and thick. Mm-hmm. And the other man says, no, it's not. It has a very small, thin build with a little fluffy, spot at the end of it.
Right.
When all three of them are correct, but none of them can see what each other is seeing.
Right, because it depends on your perspective.
You're putting a puzzle together.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, you're getting everybody else's perspective. You're painting a picture. You're
That's what I'm
filling
saying.
in the blanks.
Yeah, if you get the context, like what I'm saying.
Right.
If Pence was... I mean, you said, yes, he's in communication with the president, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the information, like I'm saying. We need that context.
We know his staff has been cooperative with the committee.
Which is good, right?
We know that the staff of the former First Lady has been cooperative with the committee. Mm-hmm. The walls are closing in. It's just a matter of time at this point.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
And I would not be surprised to hear the fifth coming out of Ivanka's mouth a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well,
all right.
Let's go on a different path here.
Yes.
I'm a little wishy-washy on this story, but I love it. Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard. We've been talking about them for quite some time. Not some good things.
Right.
But finally, they've been purchased by a company that actually knows how to, it seems like knows how to treat their people. They now, with this acquisition, have become number 3 in the titans of, I would say, the gaming electronic industry, followed by Sony and Tencent.
Right.
So, I mean, it puts them in the race. People are freaking out because, okay, Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard. What's going to happen with Call of Duty? Call of Duty people who are actually listening, relax. Sony said it's okay. We're still going to let it be on our systems too. It's fine. They're still having a good, healthy relationship. So that game is still going to be shared with PlayStation players as well. So, some people were freaked out about that. So I want to put that fire out quick. But they acquired Blizzard for $68 billion. Yeah. Holy G's. Closer to 70, 69, I guess. Nice. Yeah. But I think it's a huge acquisition. We're not going to see a lot of movement anywhere and with anything, I think, with the company at all. I know they're going to be very open with their path, like the path they want to go on. But we're not going to see anything changing within like the stock or anything like that. We're probably going to see it decrease with them buying and changing and maybe hiring new people, putting new salaries up for people, all the good stuff. They can pay people better. So money's going to flex with the stock too. So 5 years, people are going to say they're going to be back to being a powerhouse where Blizzard is going to have good games again.
And again, here's me being the other person in the room from my perspective, how I kind of view it. I agree with everything you said, but I just also see it from the point of view where Microsoft spent $68 billion to acquire this company. They must see some value in it someplace.
Oh, there is value. I mean, there's legacy within Blizzard. I personally love Blizzard with it right here. It's there.
Right.
But with how they've treated people, that's not okay.
But here, this brings me to my second point.
Right.
How much of that $68 billion is Blizzard going to be able to keep? Were those guys, because they're going to have a lot of money to pay out. Punitive damages are basically meant to punish.
Oh yeah, Microsoft's not going to uptake those. I'm sure they're going.
I would not be surprised to see the court issue punitive damages upward in the $60 billion range.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, it's a big deal. Honestly, a lot of gamers are happy. They're kind of remorseful. I mean, I've been really sad not being able to play the Blizzard games because I've chose to put my money where I want to. Right. I have canceled my subscriptions. I haven't played one since all the controversy. None whatsoever. I mean, I like seeing a company I have not personally supported, besides my own computer itself. I don't own an Xbox. I've been PlayStation ride or die. But I'm happy to see this camaraderie in a way, in some shape or form. Microsoft taking Activision Blizzard, people in Activision Blizzard, and wanting to develop it and make it a better place. So thank you for Microsoft.
Your diligence has paid off.
Yeah, they're working towards this Game Pass and all the good stuff. So check it out. Look into it a little bit deeper.
Yes. Okay. Bipartisanship push for Congress members to not personally trade stocks.
So, oh man, we've talked about this a few times.
This is, again, it's a good thing. You can't allow the fox to guard the chicken coop.
Right.
And that allowing congressional members to do that, or their family members, come to find out their spouses are also affected by this bill, this bipartisan push. Maybe there's some light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know.
I mean, again, fair game is fair game. That's what they're preaching, but it's really not fair when they know the inside information. You know, like we've said,
it's not.
Like there's different layers to it, but I mean, it's bipartisan first, so both sides have people who share the same opinion, both Democrat and Republican. Top House Republicans, they are reforming the push for GOP members, and most of them are split. So even just Republicans themselves are split about it.
Just remember, was it last year, 2 years ago, we had Republican member of Congress Chris Collins get indicted and sent to federal prison for insider trading.
That no shit. I mean, it's kind of. It's plain as day. It's there. I mean, they're kind of playing it off like, oh, it's nothing. It's a free trade, but it's not free.
No, it's not free.
I don't have the same information.
We pay for it, exactly.
Yeah, I don't have the same information as you, and I'm paying a commission fee. But
conflict of interest, anyway. Yeah,
I mean, there's also a debate over
bring
rules.
Bring it to the floor, Nancy.
Yeah, there's also a debate for rules for spouses as well. Like California Republicans have brought it up, big time. Like there's conversations about it everywhere right now.
Well, I think it's something that the people agree with.
Yeah, they need to make rules over all three consistent branches of government, it seems. So.
Well, you know, the ones who are against it are the ones that are taking dark money.
Yeah, true.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Man, God, people want to just push. Yeah, cheating. That's cheating. It's cheating, period.
It is.
That's how it is to me. Like they know information. They know what hand's coming up at the table.
Yeah,
basically, but they know what chair to sit at.
And
that's
they know
the idea.
when. They know when to.
They
move,
know when to.
So they never lose. All right,
man.
Anyway,
moving on from that one. A very interesting topic. Jay-Z, Meek Mill, another big artist. Sorry, Big Sean, Fat Joe. Robin Thicke, all big artists are pushing for a bill called Rap Music on Trial. It's only in New York right now, but I think actually it's a really big topic to talk about because it keeps lyrics from being used as evidence in court.
You know, it's about time something like this happened.
Right. I think it's a big talk. I read the whole article.
Do you remember when Dee Snider and Twisted Sister went back through this with Al Gore and the lyrics? This has been going on since the 80s.
Oh, has it? Really?
Yeah, but this is really being brought to light.
Like, I mean, Jay-Z is a big figurehead in the rap industry. I mean, Meek Mill, as well, and Big Sean, of course. But they're pushing for this bill because rap music is art.
It is.
It's poetry. That's how I look at it. I mean, if you take rap lyrics and line it up into a poem format, you get a poem. Like, literally.
But the thing that offends people, I think, is that they haven't lived that lifestyle. They don't get where it's coming from. So they already have a negative stereotype or prejudice associated with hip-hop or rap music.
I mean, this is an important issue to Jay-Z and all other artists that have come together to try to bring about this change. This is a long time coming. Mr. Carter is from New York, and if he can lend his name and his weight, that's what he wants to do. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro. So I mean, it's a big deal if his lawyer's involved. Honestly, like
honestly, I think it's using the rap game as a boogeyman to show these people are not good people. Look what they listen to. It's just like with rock and roll back in the 60s, and it's a continuation. They're looking for something else to demonize, and I'm glad to see these artists stepping up to the plate and saying, no, not here either.
Our lyrics are a creative form of self-expression and entertainment. Just like any other genre, we want our words to be recognized as art rather than being weaponized to get convictions in court. Like Fat Joe. Like, it's a big talk.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, mic drop. I mean, hopefully this becomes a bigger thing.
I hope so. I hope this gets a lot of traction.
A national thing.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. More updates on that in the future.
Definitely.
A small article, I want to say. It's not
this
a big
kind of
thing.
Good though, man.
It is really good, yes. But there's been small tests showing that oral CBD pills have assisted in preventing COVID-19.
Yes, it has.
So most of these people who are in these trials were seizure prone. There were 1,200 U.S. people who were participating in this, 100 milligrams per millimeter oral doses of CBD return positive COVID-19 tests. Sorry, I'm trying to read back over this, but there were 33 researchers involved in the University of Chicago, in Louisville, and according to the study, all the patients that were people who had seizure-related conditions, 6.2% returned positive with the COVID-19 tests that took the pill versus 8.9% who didn't took the pill.
This is just another argument to show why this should be taken off Schedule 1, because we already know that this helps epileptic patients, and now we can use it to test for COVID as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is another sign saying it needs to be taken off Schedule 1.
Right, and with it being taken off Schedule 1, it'll allow clinical trials for bigger research for this. Like,
it needs to happen. Big Pharma needs to step out the way and let research do its thing. Let science do its thing.
These studies have shown that it's half the amount. There was a smaller test that showed that 4.9% became infected with COVID-19 versus the 9% of the control group, the people who didn't take the pill. Popping
pills is not the answer to get people to comply.
There's
other ways.
CBD is a supplement. It's out there for everyone. It's out there to take. I'm not saying rush out there and go and buy it, because there's still clinical studies that need to show. But it's huge to see just that small decrease. It's almost a 50% decrease. Like, that's huge. Yeah. I mean, 1,200 people were a part of this.
The numbers speak for themselves.
They do. So bigger clinical trials, bigger clinical studies with marijuana and CBD would be a better thing. Don't you think, Gene?
It kind of makes us move forward, progress a little bit, as humanity, to see what makes what we can do to improve ourselves.
We've talked about it, man. We've talked about being progressive. Like, there's no reason for it to be on Schedule 1 anymore.
None
whatsoever.
So the Fulton County District Attorney did something which was very, very smart and crafty, in my opinion.
Okay.
And that is, they sent a formal letter requesting that the judge in that county start a grand jury. Over the phone call that the Tangerine Terror made to Brad Raffensperger, asking him to find the 11,780 votes, just one more than we need.
Okay.
But so here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, well, how come nothing's been done? This is a crime that's been committed right in front of us, right? Mm-hmm. Well, think about it. You call the Secretary of State. Now he's a witness to a crime. Mm-hmm. The Attorney General of the state of Georgia. You bug him, right? Yeah. Now, he's a witness to a crime.
So this is the tactic, basically.
So you have the district attorney, or the prosecutor's office, the federal prosecutor's office there in Georgia, mm-hmm. being contacted to say, hey, just say you found fraud. You're creating all these different witnesses, mm-hmm. which is also creating a conflict of interest.
Exactly. That's what I was
going
to get to.
Who is left to step up and defend the will of the people but the district attorney of Fulton County, who was never contacted, who has no skin in the game, and says
free
Fulton. But here's the funny part about it, right? This is why local government is so important, because where the Secretary of State's office is in Fulton County is in her jurisdiction.
Wow.
So she has the authority to investigate any crimes committed within her jurisdiction.
That's crazy. So they get their own grand jury, basically.
So they get their own grand jury to investigate that call. So now it looks like at least the state of Georgia, at least Fulton County, can bring up state charges for election crimes.
Do you think there's going to be some action out there? Not action, but like movement. People not for it. People talking.
Well,
speaking
here's
up.
the thing. Don't forget, number 45 was not the only person to have called Georgia's Secretary of State about finding votes and voter fraud and all this kind of stuff. Remember, the senator from South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, also called. Talking, why are you calling? You're from South Carolina. Why are you calling the Secretary of State from Georgia?
Right.
So,
oh shit!
You see what I'm saying, man?
Oh my god, the spider web, huh?
Man.
Ooh. So, is there gonna be?
Who knows where it's gonna go? All I know is a grand jury's been requested, and with a grand jury now, they can ask questions because they have the authority to indict.
Hypothetically, would other states be able to get involved with this then?
If they had evidence that number 45 or anyone from his team were working on his behalf, ask them to do the same thing.
Arizona is a nice place to start looking.
So, here's the thing. So, going back to Giuliani and him orchestrating these false electors, was Trump in on this? Did he conspire on this too? If so, now we have the current sitting president of the United States at the time, committing a conspiracy to commit sedition and overthrow the government of the United States just so he could stay in power.
Cut, by, and print.
Done.
Done.
And that is why this Fulton County thing is so important.
So we're going to get some updates on this one for
and
sure.
And not only...
There's going to be some news out there, definitely in Fulton County.
Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
So stay tuned, everybody.
Now, I do want to give a big shout out. This week has had a lot of good stories. I want to give a good feel-good story. Gary Chambers Jr., a candidate out in Louisiana.
Running for Senate.
Running for Senate. Had a very awesome and powerful ad of him smoking the fattest blunt I've seen.
Go, Gary.
And he's looking pretty boss. Not the reason why to go check him out, though. Yes, he's pro-legalization, but he's grassroots grown. I watched his videos. He's born and raised in Louis. He's been in the part of the working class his whole life. He's a big guy, too. He's very powerful presence, honestly, is how I look at him.
More importantly, who he's running against, don't forget, Senator John Kennedy is not for voting rights. He is not for Build Back Better. He's for obstructing everything that this administration wants to do. So not only is he for marijuana legalization, but he's for everything the people want as well. And it would help go a long way in getting majority to get the things we want done so Senators Manchin and Sinema can go fuck all the way off.
Yeah, he's very for get the people who are falsely accused out. He wants to clean the jails, of course. So, hey, I'm for him. You know, if I was in Louis, I would say, hey, why not? I mean, it's time to change, you know?
Yeah.
It's time for things to change.
All right, man. Dumbass of the week.
Let's get it. So, I have a really funny one. So, in Virginia, the governor...
Glenn Youngkin.
Yes, he released a set of laws that allowed parents to allow or not allow their child to wear a mask at school if they choose.
So he reversed the mask mandate.
Yes, he reversed the mask mandate, but I mean, there's still going to be masked children or whatever. But there's a little teacher conference with the board that Amelia King attended, and she gets the Dumbass of the Week trophy from me by threatening to bring the guns if they put a mask mandate on their school.
To elementary schools.
Yes. She tried to defend and say that it was a figure of speech, much like a president that we've had before. But
that just goes to show you the dumbassery people have about deadly force.
She really said I'm going to bring my gun, loaded guns. She's not bring the guns. Like, I'm going to bring the guns. Like, no, bring loaded weaponry to your school if you put a mask mandate here.
Dumbass.
Lord have mercy. Dumbass trophy for me.
So my dumbass of the week is Moscow Mitch McConnell.
All right.
Because he's another one of those people that are not for voting rights. And as a matter of fact, his statement was, and this is why he gets my dumbass of the week.
Okay, let's hear it.
We don't need to do anything to change voting rights because just as many black people vote as Americans vote.
Oh, so black people aren't Americans, is what I'm getting.
Mitch McConnell, fuck you. You're a dumbass.
Hold on a second. Time out here, dude. The feather's a little ruffled here.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Hold on. But I'm an American man. I'm a half American man. Well, both American.
Man,
I
it's
wanted to include the black part, I guess, because he's excluding that part, I guess.
It's just he said the quiet. He let it slip out. We know where he stands. What pisses me off though is that the people of Kentucky are the ones that are electing him back to office over and over again. So we know how that entire state feels, or at least the majority of that state.
I mean, that's crazy,
right?
Man, black people are un-American.
Anyway.
Hold on a second, time out.
Anyway, if you're listening to us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe and like button.
And also hit the bell so you know when we go live instantly. As soon as Gene pushes the button and you hear the little blooper that happened earlier, check that out too. It's kind of funny. We're going to leave it up, I think.
All right. So anyway, that's all the time we have for this week. I'm Gene.
And I'm Zane.
And thank you for hanging with Uncle.
Stay tuned for more.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.